dirty as hell. Oh, fuck, man. I don't even know who in here, so go ahead and comment. Leave a comment, let me know that you in this live. I don't know who's in here. I ain't gonna sit here and pretend like I do, because I don't. I'm tired as hell. I'm sure you could probably see it in my eyes. I'm tired as fuck. I don't sleep much these days. Oh, man. We gotta talk about J. Cole, man. I've been procrastinating this for a while because I've been trying to digest that album, and I'm still not done. Somebody watched the monkey video, the orangutan video, huh? It was all hee ha ha. Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I be having a blast making the videos. I just be having fun. I'll go roll up, smoke a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I just have a good time making them, man. I enjoy it. I grew up watching like all types of animation, and you know, like every kid did growing up, SpongeBob, Looney Tunes, all that shit. I was heavy into that every Saturday. You know, my grandfather, because I lived with my grandparents when I was younger, but every Saturday, bro, he would get up, he would make breakfast, and Looney Tunes would be on. And I would love watching it. I grew up watching people like Robin Williams make voices and shit. So I enjoy stuff like that. Obviously, I'm not a comedian. I don't ever try to claim to be, but I do have fun with that shit, bro. So shout out to everybody to be watching those voiceovers. Yes, it is me that's doing them. Don't really seem like it, but like I said, I light a blunt, I get high, and I go somewhere else with it. I get very comfortable with it, come out of my shell, and I do whatever I feel. That's just whatever it is. Like sometimes I do one takes because I already know what I'm doing, and sometimes I don't. But outside of that, man, like I said, man, appreciate you for definitely tapping in and saying what you said, because yeah, that lets me know you've been watching the videos, and I appreciate that, for real. That's pure love right there. Yeah, I mean, hell, I do too. I hope I get 100K likes, or hell, even 100K subscribers. That would be great. That's my goal as of right now, is to get 100K subscribers. I got like 64,000 or something like that now, but I'm trying my best to get up there to that 100K subscribers, man. I want a plaque. I want me a YouTube plaque. I want these folks to mail me a plaque. I want my plaque, YouTube. I want it. Good morning, everybody. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, like I look like shit. I'm tired, yo. Like, so please, man, you know, try to show me a little bit of grace this morning, man. I really wanted to get on here. I had it on my heart to talk about this album, man. This J. Cole album, man, is different. It's definitely different. Obviously, it's his last project based off of what he said. So it's just, this one's different, man. This one's different. Saying to you, God bless. Saying to you, Kelly, lots of love. Let's see here. Yeah, man. So anybody that's in here right now, the 24 people that's in here, who has listened to the Fall Off album? The Fall Off album by J. Cole. If you're not familiar with the Fall Off album, it is by J. Cole. I'm sure you know who J. Cole is. If you don't, we can dive into that a little bit if you need, but I'm hoping that everybody in here knows who J. Cole is. If you know who J. Cole is and you have listened to that album, please let me know, man. Um, Thank you so much for loving the channel, y'all. I appreciate it, man. I try to blend the two because, you know, I make music too. I've been kind of like not making music as much because I'm trying to, you know, get income rolling in. Like I need money. You can't just put out music with no money. But yeah, like I try to blend the two with music, and doing voiceovers is a way to kind of, you know, push my music and get it in front of a larger audience without me having to spend crazy money on advertising and stuff like that, you know, running ads. Somebody said I'm from Fayetteville. New album is lit. Yes, it is. That's my personal opinion, and I agree with what you just said. Yeah, that album is fire. From start to finish. That album is different, man. I've been listening to some stuff about that song where supposedly like he dissed some artist or some shit, right? If you know who that artist is, please put his name down in here in the comments, bro. I do not know his name. Every time I go onto a video, most people talk about it, but they don't actually talk about his name. So I don't even know who he is, but dude got some bars. I ain't gonna lie. The disrespect, man, he could have killed all that, but he got some bars. The dude that supposedly J. Cole was talking to in the album, like, dude can rap. He can rap. I ain't gonna sit here and pretend like he can't, but that shit that he did was very disrespectful. Pissing on J. Cole's old home. And on top of that, like, the house is used for single mothers, bro. Like, you went there and J. Cole wasn't there, bro. Like, you literally pissing on something that is supposed to be beneficial, bro. It's supposed to be helping people. Like, it's one thing for you to go and actually piss on J. Cole's house, like he's living in this house, but he don't live in that house no more. But yeah, that shit probably rubbed him the wrong way, bro, because you took your time out of your day to go all the way to that man's old house and piss on his house and then rap in front of it. Yeah, bro, you need your ass whooped, bro, straight up. So if that is the dude J. Cole talking about, definitely he deserved that. But if anybody's in here right now, definitely let me know. Yo, John Gotti. So you know who J. Cole is, I'm sure, and I'm guessing that you probably listened to the Fall Off album, right? If you listen to the Fall Off album, there's an artist apparently that J. Cole is dissing on the album. There was a lot of speculation behind it, but this artist apparently, like a couple years ago, he took the initiative to go to J. Cole's old house, 2014 Forest Hill Drive or whatever the fuck his address is. He took the initiative to go to that man's house, piss on that man's house, and then do a diss track right in front of that man's house after he pissed on it. And apparently that house is used for single mothers now. So for him to do that, bro, that shit is disrespectful, bro. And like I said, that shit was 2 years ago. So, you know, I don't really know all the ins and outs of their relationship like that, but I can promise you, bro, J. Cole wasn't playing with that nigga. It ain't about rap no more. It's not about rap. Somebody said, what does this matter? Well, I'm a music fan, so that's why it matters. No shower challenge, bro. What the fuck are you talking about? Some of y'all dudes get on here, y'all be weird as fuck, bro. But yeah, yeah, he probably just wanted. Nah, I ain't gonna even go as far as saying that, because he said some very personal shit in his rap. He was saying some very personal stuff that only he would probably know, just because, you know, obvious they got a relationship somehow. I don't know how, but they definitely know each other some way. I mean, J. Cole wouldn't take the time out to put him on his album unless he know this man. You know what I'm saying? That if it was for clout, he wouldn't have done that. I don't think J. Cole would have did that. So it was more than that. There's some real beef going on behind them niggas, and they wanting to see each other. They want to fight. Well, at least J. Cole do. I don't know about the other dude, but J. Cole definitely want to fight. Somebody said get a job applications. Bro, I got 2 jobs. The fuck are you talking about? Mind your fucking business. Y'all niggas be getting on here talking your motherfucking mouth, running your shit, and you don't even know who the fuck I am. Watch your fucking mouth, bro. I'm out here busting my ass, bro. I can promise you, I don't only do this YouTube shit. I bust my ass, bro. I got my CDL license, too. I drive trucks, too. The fuck are you talking about? Yeah, bro, some of these niggas get on here running their mouth. They don't even know who the fuck you are. Bunch of fucking keyboard warriors. Won't say that shit to your face, though. Get on here trying to be funny. You not funny, bro. Leave that shit for me. I got voiceovers out. Go watch them shits. Somebody said that's why you live in a car. Once again, bro, you don't know me, bro. You don't. You going off of an older video that I posted. Yes, I did live in my car. Yes, I did, but you don't know my circumstance. You don't know my situation. I was doing Uber then. I'm going to tell my life. I don't care. I don't care. I ain't got shit to hide. So, me and my wife, we moved to Florida. We ended up splitting up. She moved back to North Carolina with my kids. I stayed in Florida. I lived there for a while. My job gave me a 2 weeks notice. I'm driving trucks, right? So 2 days before, no, not 2 weeks, but 2 days before they went out of business, they gave us a 2 days notice, letting us know that they were going to be shutting the business down. So whatever money we had, that's what we had. So the money that I got from that situation, I took that money and used that to pay my rent and everything else that I had, all my bills or whatever, so I could find a job. Got me another job with another trucking company. They had me running 36 hours without a rest break, 24 hours without a rest break, 18 hours without a rest break. Cool money, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, 2 days notice, bro. Shit's crazy. Like, I worked that Thursday. Normally I would be off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I work Monday through Thursday night. I'd be off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I go back on Monday. Well, I worked that Thursday. So if I wouldn't have worked that Thursday, I would have known nothing about it. I would have tried to come to work on Monday and I wouldn't have had a job. But yeah, they gave us a 2 days notice. But I went with another company after a month later, got with them, and ended up having to quit that company because they were running me illegally. And, you know, I'm a professional driver. I mean, I know there's probably a lot of drivers out there that, you know, don't mind running illegally because they can make more money that way. But me, I'm not doing that. So I left the company, went back to Florida, worked at this company for a while, ended up getting very sick. I got sick, lost a lot of weight, and I had to leave. My kids are in North Carolina, so I can't see my kids. The job that I'm at right now, being that I got sick, obviously that's all my vacation time gone. So it put me in a state where I wasn't going to be able to see my kids for another 6 months, and I can't deal with that. So, you know, during that time, I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a tough decision. I'm going to do something different. So I'm going to get real serious with my YouTube. I'm going to start putting out more content, and I'm also going to do Uber. So I had just got me another car. I started doing Uber. Was making $250 a day doing Uber. But it wasn't satisfying enough for me. So, you know, I was like, fuck it. You know, I can't get to my kids like I want. I got bills and I'm having to pay out here in Florida. I'm just going to go back to Florida and thug it out. While I was thugging it out in Florida, I came back here to North Carolina and started thugging it out. That way I could be closer to my kids. So I say all this shit to say, you motherfuckers be trying to be real fucking funny on here on this internet shit, bro. I'm not one of those ones. I will say whatever the fuck I feel like, and I can do that shit in your face, and I can do that shit on video. You don't know my situation, so don't fucking elaborate on some shit that you don't know fucking about. Keep your fucking business to yourself. And I'm gonna just say it just like that. You don't know me, bro. You don't. Moving on. I gave you enough time. Moving on. Back to the J. Cole album. So if anybody else want to talk about it, let's talk about it. He said he's lying through his teeth. That's cool, bro. You don't gotta believe shit that I'm talking about. It's fine. It's cool. You ain't gotta believe nothing I'm talking about. He said it was my father. Somebody said it was my father there growing up. No, my dad was, but I live with my grandparents. There was a lot of shit going on between my parents. I don't want to get into that because that's a whole nother story for some other shit. But I ended up being raised by my grandparents. So even though my dad was there, you know, I didn't live with him. He didn't raise me. My grandfather did. Bro, you don't even want to know what you jumped into, bro. You came in at the wrong time. Somebody running their mouth. Somebody said J. Cole fell off. That's crazy. Somebody said last time you experienced racism. I think, to be honest with you, I experience it every day in some form. Like, let's just be honest. We all experience it in some way, in some form. Yeah, I mean, I don't do this YouTube shit just so I can try to seek out sympathy or anything. Me putting my story out is me being honest with everybody. That's it. I don't want no sympathy. I don't give a fuck about sympathy. Nobody really even knows me on here. You know, the people that know me is based off of like my content. But at the end of the day, you know, how I conduct myself outside of that content, people don't really know. Now, I'm gonna be real. Everything is me. Like, if I'm doing some shit in the video, that's me. If I do some shit in the music, that's me. Everything is me. But just to say that you know me from a personality perspective, you don't. My character, you don't. You don't know these things about me. So don't judge them if you don't know them. And that's how I look at it. But I try to be authentic with everything that I do. Everything that I do is me. Like, I don't have to lie about shit. I get on here, I tell my story. I don't care, because ultimately there could be somebody out there dealing with some similar shit, bro, and I could be benefiting them in some type of way. I'm giving them some type of game or hope. You know what I'm saying? Because they know somebody else out there that don't went through that. Yeah, I slept in my car. I'm not too proud to admit that shit, bro. Like, the fuck? Like, who you think you hurting me by admitting that shit in the comments, bro? I got a whole video talking about it, bro. The fuck? Somebody said, why did I cheat on the mother of my children? That actually did happen. Once again, I ain't gonna elaborate in all of that because that's getting too deep into my life, and I don't want to get into that. But yes, that did happen. Not gonna sit here and lie about it. I'm not perfect, bro. I'm not perfect. Somebody said collect them government checks like a good woman. Oh, man. Oh, man. Well, anyways, Elric, whatever the fuck your name is, I don't even know who the fuck you are. But it was nice talking to you. I don't know you, you don't know me. You seem to have so much information on me, which tells me you watch my content. Thank you. You're providing some type of help for me. Thank you. I know how you love taking care of these welfare kids out here, huh? These people that's using government help, right? This is for you. This is a clap for you, bro. Congratulations. You're doing such a great job in your community. Moving the fuck on. So everybody go show some appreciation to Elric. What's his name? Elric Melney Bone or whatever the fuck you call, bro. Go show some appreciation to him. Let me pin your message, bro. I'm gonna give you some love since you want something so bad. Yeah, let's pin your message, bro. You get some love out here. Thank you. All right, moving on, bro. I ain't got time for this. Yeah, I do feel like Cole is a legend, man. I think that album is way different. You know, like I said, I'm still taking the time to I guess digest that album a little bit, because it is his last one. His last album, bro. I can go ahead and admit I got some favorite tracks. Like, anybody that's in this live right now, what's some of y'all's favorite tracks, bro? If you've listened to J. Cole's The Fall Off album, what are some of your favorite tracks? I'm curious. I'm anxious in knowing what your favorite tracks are. because I got my list. I'll tell you my list whenever y'all tell me yours. I'm curious. Tell me your list. Anybody that's in the comment section. Appreciate you, AJ, bro. Shout out, man. Shout out AJ for subbing, bro. Appreciate you. Thank you for the love. I appreciate everybody for the love. Let's see. Oh, somebody said I like Sweet Thing. Okay, okay. Name some more, man. I'm interested. Who? Because I want to see like a bunch of these tracks, and I want to see the ones that are most consistent. That way I could talk about them. Shit, I'll go ahead and throw one of mine out right now. Shit, hold on. Hold up. My fault, y'all. I think Life Sentence is a good song. You know, being that person was on here. Oh yeah, somebody said Run a Train. Yeah, that's a good one too. Life Sentence was a really good one. I don't know, bro. That shit was different. Like, I like the fact that he took DMX's hook and gave it its own flavor, bro. That shit was fire. There was another joint too that I really like. He did with Murray. And if you guys don't know who Murray is, y'all sleep, bro. Y'all sleep. Especially if you from North Carolina, bro. If you from North Carolina and you do not know who Murray is, you are asleep, bro. But yeah, he got a song with him on there. What's the name of that song? I don't know the actual name of it, but it was like, if I could turn back the hands of time. Anyways, he talking about Tupac and Biggie, man. That shit hurt, bro. I don't know if y'all heard that song. If you know who I'm talking, you know what song I'm talking about, put that song down in the comments right now, so everybody will know what song I'm talking about. Because I swear to God, I don't even know the name of it, but that's my shit, boy. I listen to it, like, usually whenever I listen to the album, I just let it play. And every time that song comes on, I know I always like kind of run it back, but I don't really pay attention to the titles. I don't start paying attention to the titles until I fully digest the album. So I apologize to everybody for me on here talking about this album and I can't even tell you the name. But it's just that it's a feeling for me. Like, when I listen to music and it pulls me in on an emotional level, that's a good project or a good song. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes the words don't always have to have the meaning. Sometimes the melody carries it. Yeah, I agree. I feel like a lot of people are talking about it, and, you know, to be honest with you, I do feel like it is being a little hyped up more than what it probably is, just due to how J. Cole is marketing it. Because a lot of people probably wouldn't even be showing that much love if he wasn't doing it the way that he is. If you don't know what I'm talking about, J. Cole has been driving around in his Honda, his old vehicle that he had before he got big. He's been using that vehicle to drive around into, you know, some popular locations and distribute out his album for $1. For $1, bro. He's selling his album hard copy for $1. He's driving around, bro. And he's even letting people get into the car and listen to the album too. So I think that's dope. Yeah, What If? What If? That's the song. You're right. What If? Yeah, that song is powerful, bro. That song is super powerful. Because it definitely, it's a question that we've all had. You know, if you grew up watching the Tupac and Biggie situation, you understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a different type of situation there, to lose those type of artists like that at that stature that they were at, man. That shit hurt. And then on top of that, to know how close of a relationship that they really had with each other. Yup, What If with Murray? Yup. Yeah, that shit is crazy, man. Like, I've been thinking about it ever since 50 Cent put out that documentary, and I know y'all know what I'm talking about. Ever since 50 Cent put out that documentary, I feel like by him putting that song out now was the perfect time, because these are questions that now people are having. Like, what if, you know, we could turn back the hands of time? What if, you know, none of that shit would have happened? None of the bullshit would have gotten away? You know what I'm saying? Like, well, we still have these niggas to this day. That's what J. Cole said, right? What if? Like, That's the question we all have. Like, how would shit be if Tupac was still here? How would shit still be if Biggie was here? Would the music sound the way it does now? Would things be slightly different? You know, would these niggas still be rapping? Like, what is it? Like, what would be going on? That's a question that I've always had. Yeah, I do feel like 50 Cent is very petty, bro. Damn, somebody said Quick Trip is the best song on Disc 39. I might have to go back and listen to it. Somebody said Tupac was just an actor. I would have to disagree. And the only reason I say that is because he was also an activist. I think that was the dope part too. Like, he was a serious activist. I don't think he was just acting when it came down to how he felt about his people. That's just me being honest. Yeah, man. Y'all keep dropping them keep dropping your favorite songs down, man. I'm interested in knowing, like, if you still in this live right now and you know you got a song on that album that you really enjoy, man, let's talk about it. I may not be as complete because, like I told you at the beginning, if you just now tapping in, I'm still digesting the album, bro. And it's not even like it's a concept album or nothing like that. It's just that I'm taking it all in. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is really his last project. On top of that, I'm just wanting to make sure that, being that I know it's his last project, I feel like sometimes your emotions can get in the way of how good the project really is. And some of y'all might know what I mean by that, but sometimes you can go into the album and you like, damn, this is their last one, and emotionally you hurt by that aspect of it. But at the end of the day, the album may not be all that. You just hyping it up because of how you feel at the moment, you know, emotionally. So that's kind of where I'm at with it right now. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not overhyping it because of how I'm feeling emotionally about that album, you know, about him having his last album. I can understand that. I think, and this is my opinion, you can, like I said, anything that I'm saying, agree with it. We adults here. We don't have to agree with each other, you know, but we can communicate on a very effective level. So what I'm gonna say in this situation is, I feel like he got it right. There's a lot of songs that I heard on there from an artistic perspective that I have never heard Cole do. Like, he's done some stuff, but there's certain songs that I never expected him to try. You know, certain sounds, like styles, like I didn't expect it. Like, he did things that showed his artistic abilities, and I think that's what shined bright for me with the album. Wasn't more or less like his lyrical ability. We all know J. Cole can rap, beat selection, whatever. You know, J. Cole's style is different from everybody else's. He's not gonna make, you know, the music that you hear trap style in Atlanta. He's not gonna make all that type of sound. Like, he gonna make his own style, and that's what I respect about it. So for me personally, I went into it listening for something different. That's what I did. I knew that he could rap. I knew his style already. I know his style. Like, I'm a North Carolinian. Like, you know, I'm not saying I know what that nigga like, but at the end of the day, like, I feel like we got similar tastes, you know? So in that sense, it's like, I'm not going into the album for that. I'm going into it to see if there's something different about it. Something that I've never heard him do before in any other music. And it's his vocals. He tried out some different things with his vocals. And I think that's what impressed me the most. Somebody said I look like a gas station person. You're right. I am a gas station person. That's the gas right there. No, I'm playing. I'm joking. All jokes aside, bro. But yeah, y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit, bro. Y'all ain't shit. But see, I'm an adult, man. I can laugh about this shit, bro. I'm cool like that. I I don't trip about none of that shit, man. It's all jokes, bro. It's all jokes. But yeah, I probably do look like a gas station person right now. I look like I'm about to ring up somebody's shit right the fuck now. Bag they shit up. Go outside, get your gas at the pump up for them, everything. Fuck it. Hey, fuck it. That's how I look at it. Fuck it. But it's yeah. Nah, I ain't really like that, bro. I went off on the other person earlier because they were diving into some personal shit, and then they're gonna pretend like they just started watching my stuff. Nah, you on here trying to start shit. So of course I got off on that, but that ain't me, bro. I don't really give too much energy to stuff, and if I do, it's all jokes. Carolina does. Hey, yes sir. Yes, Carolina does got a lot of history, a lot of rich history. You right. Hey, a lot of people don't even know this, but it's my daughter. Hold on, y'all. Come here, mama. A lot of people don't know this, but Krispy Kreme started in North Carolina. Come here, mama. Legacy. Legacy. Come here, mama. Come here. Come here. Hold on, she getting her shoes on. She getting her shoes on. My daughter getting her shoes on. I don't show my kids like that to people on social media. I try to keep everything separate, but y'all cool group. Plus my daughter came out here looking for me, so. And no, I do not smoke in front of my kids. So if y'all seen me on here smoking weed, I try to make sure I don't do that in front of my kids. But being that I'm in the car with it, she coming out here, you know, I put it up. So I'm not trying to be a bad influence for those that's on here. But here she comes. Come here, mama. You got Ali's shoes on?
No, these are mine.
Oh. Watch your foot. Alright, you good. Come here. Alright, y'all. This the daughter right here. Say hey, everybody. She acting all shy. She ain't shy. She look like her mama.
Okay.
Your shoes on?
Yeah, I got my boots on actually. Because I didn't know it was sunny out here.
Yeah, it is cold where I'm at actually. It is cold. It's 24 degrees outside. But I'm sitting in the car because it's the only place where I can get privacy and peace. Somebody say, hey, little mama, look.
Hey, I'm Legacy, and this is my daddy.
Yeah.
And my mommy's still inside because she broke her foot. Mommy can't go outside because she broke her foot.
Yeah, our mommy broke her foot.
And
or her ankle. She broke her ankle.
Yeah, she broke her ankle on accident. And when she was holding me, when it was slippery today, and she falls.
Yeah, Legacy is telling it all right now. But guess what? Your name, it actually exists on an album, on
What?
J. Cole's album. Yeah, J. Cole got an album out, and there's a song on it called
Daddy,
Legacy.
Is the cat real?
What cat?
The cat, black cat.
That runs in the yard? Yes, it is real.
It is?
Mm-hmm. It is real. There's a black cat that runs in the yard, and she's talking about it. So if y'all don't know what's going on, that's what it is.
Today I saw a black cat that was very hungry. I really wanted to feed the cat because it was cute and cute, so cute. And they have green eyes. They're supposed to have green eyes. And now my lips hurt because of when I hurt my lip when Daddy had put me in the car.
Don't get it twisted, y'all. She cute. She very cute. But she got her side to her as well. She do.
Yeah.
Legacy is a track. You know what's so crazy? I had to name her this. I picked this name for her, Legacy. Her full name is Legacy Ayani. But Legacy, I had to name her that because that's what she's gonna be, is Daddy's Legacy. My son is too, but you know, I didn't want to name him that because that's too much of a feminine tone to it. So I named him Ali. Everybody knows Ali, like, you know, Muhammad Ali. Like, come on now, everybody know who that is. I do feel like all little girls have that side, but I think her side a little different. I ain't gonna lie. Like, when she throw a tantrum, bro, she go off. She'll tear a whole house down because she's upset. And then I gotta whoop her butt. Ain't that right? Yeah, she know. She know. What, mama?
Why is the picture looking at me?
Because you're looking at yourself. It's like a mirror.
Oh.
Yeah, you can see yourself. You want to sit over there? Oh, you gonna eat Fruit Loops? You gonna eat my Fruit Loops?
I like Fruit Loops. That's why I eat Fruit Loops.
But anyway, anyways, so there is a song on that album called Legacy, and it was so crazy because whenever I seen that, I immediately thought about my daughter. What sign is she? She's a Libra, just like me. Me and her both are Libras. She was born October 2nd. My birthday is September the 27th. So she was almost born on my birthday. I was hoping for it, but it didn't happen. But yeah, she's a Libra, just like I am. Libra gang.
This is happy face.
Yeah.
This is sad face. This is happy face. And this is happy face. And this is sad.
So your mad face. That's your mad face? Yeah. I'm trying to get her that way, but she's got it. She's kind of OCD like I am. I get irritated after a while with certain things. The only thing that I'm not as neat as I should be with is like my clothes. You know, sometimes I throw my clothes around, but when it comes down to bathrooms, kitchens, living rooms, all that, I clean everything thoroughly. I don't play no games. I'm a very much neat freak. But I look like shit right now, so I apologize. Excuse my language, mama.
That's okay.
Yeah, she has a lot of character. A lot.
Actually, I've been a princess when I was a baby. Wait. And Daddy been a good. And my grandma's the queen. Cause she expects us and she whoops our butts too, so doesn't matter.
Do you like J. Cole, mama?
J. Cole.
J. Cole.
J. Cole.
Mm-hmm.
Who is he?
I play all kinds of music, but I try not to play everything for them. But J. Cole is a rapper from North Carolina. Where are we at right now?
Jay Connor.
No, North Carolina. Trying to be funny. So he's a rapper from North Carolina.
Oh.
Just like Daddy is.
You're a rapper?
She don't even know I'm a rapper. Ain't that crazy? You don't know I'm a rapper? No, you don't know I'm a rapper. You don't know I got any songs out.
I got songs.
What's your songs?
Princess.
You ain't got no songs called Princess.
Why
Sing
did
it.
it con it? Cause I don't have a gun.
Sing. What's that song that you was singing in the car that one day?
What song?
I don't know. It was funny though.
Lolly, lolly, lolly.
No, but you busted your lip. What happened there?
I got hurt and I tripped on the ground yesterday.
Oh, really? Did it hurt?
Yeah.
Did it bleed?
Yeah, it bleed. It bleed yesterday.
Did Miss Leanna get you covered? Did she get you set up afterwards? Did she wipe it, clean it?
No, she didn't clean the blood.
Where did it go?
The blood went out of my lips.
So you just wiped it off?
Yeah, Luciana wiped it off.
Oh, so Miss Leanna did help. She eating all my Fruit Loops. Do you understand how AI works? Her likeness image can be manipulated. You're reckless. Oh my God! Somebody mentioned Baby King. So I haven't listened to it yet. Are you talking about? Now you gotta fill me in because I haven't listened to it. I heard like a little snippet of something that he was supposed to be doing with Kendrick. But I haven't listened to it yet. But I'm gonna have to go check that out. I ain't know it was out. I ain't know any of that. I just happened to be scrolling on Facebook one day and I seen a video about Baby King.
There's an eagle!
That's not an eagle, mama. That's like I think it's a crane.
Crane?
Mm-hmm.
But why is it so near us?
Yeah, I think J. Cole's album, I like the intro too, man. That intro, man, it broke me in tears, man, because I haven't heard that song in years. I'm going to Carolina. That shit is crazy. It about broke me in tears hearing that intro. Just because, like I said, I haven't heard that shit in years. But it was like the perfect intro. But I'm gonna have to I'm gonna go back and listen to it, and then I'm gonna check out that Baby King too. I have not listened to that. Like I said, I happened to see a snippet or something where he was supposed to be releasing some joint with Kendrick, and he was working on the mix with an engineer. He was kind of giving the engineer some of the ideas that he wanted to incorporate in the song. So I'm gonna have to go check that out. I ain't even listened to it yet. And see, and I agree. The Fall Off album of the decade. Like maybe you're saying it from a different perspective. I don't know. Let me revert a little bit. Let me go back. Because you might have been saying that like, yeah, there was a fall off, all right. I don't know. But I enjoyed the album. I enjoyed it. Like I said, I'm going to go back and check it out again. I just haven't actually... every time I listen to it, I'm always busy doing something. So I'm never able to put too much, she don't care about what I'm talking about. I haven't been able to really put too much into it. There's certain songs that I was able to listen to that stood out to me. But she thinks she funny. But yeah. Somebody said KOD is better than the Fall Off album. That's tough. KOD was dope though, I ain't gonna lie, but I don't know, this album, it felt like he put a bunch of songs together, because it obviously don't have no type of concept to it. It just flows. But the songs that he incorporated on that album, I think spoke a lot of volume, because he's talking about some real shit, things that have been currently either going on or we've been thinking about, or just from a relationship perspective. Life Sentence is one of my favorite songs. I'm not gonna lie, I really like that song. I think it was a dope song. For anybody in here that's married, had relationship problems, or got a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, you know what I'm saying, like you probably relate to that song really well. But Life Sentence was a good song. That's probably one of my favorites on there, outside of What If. Those two are like my favorites. And then of course 2-6. 2-6 is hard. That's like a workout joint for me. Quick Stop, I gotta go back and listen to it. I haven't, because I don't know, I don't recognize the name for it. It's like I told you, whenever I listen to the album, I'm always doing something. I'm probably at work, so the album is just kind of playing, and I'm not really picking up on names. I'm just more so listening to the song itself. So I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it to see But I'm gonna check out Quick Stop for sure. To me, I'm gonna be real with you. At this point, after what just took place with Drake and Kendrick, there ain't no big three no more. I think Kendrick destroyed that shit. That shit is dead. There is no big three. Kendrick stepped on everybody at that point, and it hurt me because I really didn't want to see J. Cole back out of it. But I felt like it was some stuff going on that we didn't know about, from a fan perspective. And that's the reason why I feel the way I do. I'm from North Carolina, so, I was with the shit. Like, I'm like, get him, Cole. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody really respects us in this area. Like, if you from North Carolina and you are, rappers and artists and stuff like that, we just don't get the credit we deserve, bro. Like, I don't know what it is about it, but we got a lot of dope talent around North Carolina, but we just don't get the credit. Like, J. Cole is like the top dog around in North Carolina at the point, so it's like, and then you got the baby, and then you got like, you got Rapsody, you have I mean, there's so many people. I can't name everybody in this area. I'm sure y'all probably know more than I do, but it just hurt me, man, seeing that J. Cole backed out, because that was our time to put North Carolina on the map. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody take us serious around here. Nah, you right. No, not too many people can touch him lyrically. Yeah, and to be fair in what you talking about, you right. Like, I feel like J. Cole didn't really need to be a part of that. Like, he was just more so pulled into it, He was kind of like a she making a mess. He was more of like a what's the word I'm looking for? Casualty of war. That's what he was. Because he was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. He got on the song with Drake. He said what he said, that got Kendrick going, and Kendrick went from there, and that was it. But yeah, I don't really look at it as a big three, because I to be honest with you, there's probably a lot of other artists that are not even known that, don't even get the credit, and they top dog, so I don't even know how to look at that big three anymore. But to be honest though, I think Cole would have did some work on their asses. Let me just be honest. Excuse my language, mama. But yeah, I think Cole would have did some work on them.
Yeah.
You agree too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How about we just roll the window down, because it's pretty hot in here.
Well, I got the heat on, mama. You want me to turn it down?
It's pretty hot.
Yeah, I'll turn it down. Because if I roll the window down, then you're going to get 24 degrees in here, and you're going to be cold then.
It's not going to be that cold.
Oh, yes, it will. It's 24 degrees outside right now. It's definitely going to be cold.
Oh, come on. Screws your way.
Yeah, he's more lyrical than both of them for sure. Drake not competing. Kendrick is more of an, like, he's very artisty. He's a very artistic artist. Like, he makes really great music and great albums. My fault, y'all. She's being a lot. Okay, sit back here, right here. Okay, but yeah, Kendrick makes great music. Period. Across the board, he just makes great music. J. Cole is a lyrical person. Drake, he's a hit maker, and that's how they go. To be honest with you, in a sense, if you put all of them together, they form like Voltron, because they all carry an ability that one of the others don't. Drake is dope making hits, but I don't think he's that lyrical. Kendrick is dope at making great music, but he's not as lyrical as the Cole is. Damn, he said classic delivery. So yeah, Cole does have a very classic delivery because he has that he's got that New York influence. You know, I do too. Like I love the New York style of hip hop because that's where it originated at, you know. So he carries that classic sound, you know. I think Kendrick, damn bro, this is tough. I don't know, man. I ain't gonna try to say anybody better because we're gonna be at it all day. I think they all carry a certain piece in this game that the other one lacks. And that's just how I look at it. But it don't put anybody above somebody else. It just means that somebody has something that the other person lacks. But it's not that they can't acquire that piece. It's just that they don't need to, because that section of that they have is just so massive that they don't need to acquire anything else. So like Drake, he's a hit maker. He don't need to be lyrical. He got a bunch of people buying his hits. J. Cole is a lyricist. He don't need to be a classic, you know, or not classic, but he don't need to be an artist from that sense, or like on a Kendrick level or even a Drake level, you know, making hits. He's got the package that he needs. You see what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense.
What clock is it? What time is it?
What time is it?
Yeah.
It's 8:59, so it's about to be 9 o'clock in the morning.
Well, look on clock over there.
Yeah. I hope to one day be that humble, man. I really do, because driving around selling an album for $1, bro, and you're in the state that you're in. I mean, you know, he could have been greedy. He could have been like, man, I'll give me $20 for these albums, and I'll let it go. But he sold that shit for $1 and rode around in his own vehicle and did it. A vehicle that's old as hell. He ain't trying to impress nobody. He ain't trying to, you know, he's just doing his own thing. That's the type of lifestyle I want. I want that type of lifestyle. Like, it's just easy going. You ain't got to impress him. He ain't walking around with jewelry. He ain't got to be flashy or nothing. Somebody said Rapsody and Ninth Wonder. For sure. Ninth Wonder is always going to be one of the best producers from North Carolina, period. Rapsody is top notch. Like, she's top notch, bro. She's the best female lyricist I've ever heard in my life. Like, I'm not gonna put nobody else above her. She's like, and I say that in my life because she's from North Carolina. Gotta show some type of favoritism. Come on, man. But yeah, I gotta put Rapsody up there like that. She top notch. And on top of that, I'm gonna put out a little bit of history. I can't prove it. I don't have the screenshots, anything like that. I might still have them. I don't know, because I got a new phone. But I don't know if you guys know my catalog like that. If you just now diving in, cool, check it out. There's a song that I got. I did a music video and everything with it. It's called Black. I put it out whenever George Floyd got killed. Like, I was pissed. I was fucking angry whenever he got killed. Because to sit back and watch the video and the way everything panned out, man, that hurt. That hurt, you know? This grown man calling for his mom, and, you know, people around filming, and ain't nobody really trying to stop them. This man just dying right there. And I don't know the full ends, but like I said, I made a song called Black, and I spoke up on racism. And, you know, I was doing my thing, promoting it. Hold on, mama. I was doing my thing, promoting it on Instagram, and no, this is bad. Don't do that. See this? You can get hurt. Don't do that. But yeah, I was doing my thing on Instagram, and I was promoting it, doing little clips of the video, and, you know, posting out stuff just to try to push it organically. I'm not big on spending my money to make money, so you know, I was just promoting it the old-fashioned way, just, you know, trying to get it in front of a larger audience by using other things, kind of like what I'm doing right now with voiceovers. But Rapsody ended up seeing it. There's kind of like a fan page that these people have created on Instagram, and it's for Rapsody, and Rapsody follows that fan page. So this fan page took my video and reposted it on their Instagram, and Rapsody went to my video on my Instagram, commented under it, and she said something that was very particular. Only somebody that was listening to the song would understand that. or even know some North Carolina history. Anybody from North Carolina probably know who Nina Simone is. You may not even be from North Carolina and know who Nina Simone is. But I sampled Nina Simone in Black. And when Rapsody listened to the song, she left a comment and she was like, reflect the times, and she left fire emojis. And man, that shit made me feel good because I love Rapsody. I've never met her a day in my life, but I love her music. Whenever my son was born, that was the only thing that would help him go to sleep, to help him calm down. At nighttime, usually me and my wife, we would take turns. Like, she would keep him in the room with her, and I slept on the couch because I had to get up early in the morning to go to work. So around 2 o'clock in the morning, maybe 1 o'clock in the morning, she would bring my son out to the couch. And whenever she would bring my son out to the couch, he would be up all night crying, just upset. So I put on some Rapsody, and he would calm down, and eventually he would go to sleep. So, one day I told myself, man, if I ever get in front of that woman, I'm going to tell her that story. But yeah, I love Rapsody. But yeah, check out Black, man, because that song I put out, and she actually showed some love to it. Not in my YouTube, but on Instagram. I don't have an Instagram page anymore. There's a lot of shit that took place. So I ended up losing that Instagram page, but I got a new one now. So I'm building up on that one. And like I said, you're not going to find it. But I might be able to look and find the pictures. If I do, I might make a post or something and post it in there. And, just to show y'all I'm not cap. I'm not going to tell y'all lies on here. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be myself, be authentic, because that's what I represent. And that's what I'm pushing. That's my brand. I'm going to push that to the day I die. I did live in my car. I don't live in my car anymore, but I did. What would I do if I had to take a shit? Most of the time, I would always try to shut down somewhere where I could have access to the bathroom 24 hours. Truck stops, you have rest areas, you have certain stores might even still be open past a certain time. Being in Wawa, being in Florida, Wawas are 24 hours. They open all the time. So being that they're open all the time, I go in there if I had to use the bathroom.
Where's the gas?
What gas?
The gas for the Fort Wheeler.
In these gas?
Keeps turning on. Yeah, it does, because I can hear it.
That little container, the little jug is not over there next to it?
The jug, it feels light. I don't know how to fill it up.
All right, well, give me a minute. Let me finish on live, and then I'll fill it up for you. All right. That was my son, y'all. But yeah, that's what I would do if I had to take a shit. Like, I would always shut down somewhere where I had access to the bathrooms. I also made sure that I copped me a gym membership for showers. There was a gym out in Florida called Just Move. That was the gym that I'd go to. I went there, take my showers throughout the day, get me a workout in. Also had my storage facility, because I got all my stuff from my townhome placed into my storage unit. So I would go there. I would keep all my clothes in there, and I alternate my clothes. I'd swap them out, so that way I wouldn't have to take too much in my car, because I'm doing Uber. So doing Uber, you don't want people to see your clothes and shit laying in, in your trunk or bags and stuff like that, especially if you gotta take people to the airport. So I would only keep just what I needed, and I stopped by my storage every other day or so. I also had a laundry. I had a laundry membership, so I would go wash my clothes there, and usually that's what I would do. What's up, mama? You getting back in?
I found you, sir.
I'm about to get out because I gotta put some gas in Ali's 4-wheeler.
I know.
All right. Can you shut the door?
Sure.
Yeah, you're not getting in, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm staying out because I want.
Can you shut the door? Here, shut this door if you're gonna stay out. Thank you. All right. Yeah. Yeah, Planet Fitness is a good spot too. You know what's so ironic, bro? That's one of my jobs. I work at Planet Fitness right now. I work there and I work in a warehouse. I'm not driving trucks right now. I do got my CDL license, but I'm not driving. I got into an accident last January. I was very sick, very sick, and I just happened to just I don't know. I don't know what happened, but I rear-ended somebody in the back of their vehicle, got a careless driving ticket, and put me out of commission with truck driving. If it wasn't that, I'd have been in a truck. I wouldn't have been homeless sleeping in a car. I just done it in a truck because I would have been making money and I'd have been able to just stay on the road. But whenever that situation took place, man, it really messed me up. So now I'm kind of like rebuilding. I'm rebuilding myself. I came back to North Carolina, stayed in my car for a while here. Me and my wife trying to work through some things, and I'm back with my kids and stuff, trying to do the right thing. So trying to get my life together because I done made a lot of mistakes, man. I'm not proud of. That's part of life though, and I'm man enough to own up to mine. So it is what it is. I do rap. I don't just do live and make voiceovers. I definitely rap. You gotta check out my catalog. I got a lot of different music that I make. Like I said, I'm a big influence of Cole, so some of my stuff might even kind of sound like that. What's up, mama?
Let's do automation.
Huh?
Let's do
I'm on live, mama.
Okay.
Look, give me a sec. I'm about to get off, okay? Once I get off, I'm gonna go up there and fill up his 4-wheeler for him, all right? Because I've already been on it for an hour. Yeah, if you want, I can. Is that okay? Are you not cold? Go inside for a bit, okay? And when I get done, I'll come in there and get you, all right? I have been to jail. I have been to jail. I've been through a lot of stuff, actually. It's like, it is what it is. I don't stay in Charlotte. I stay about an hour from Charlotte. Yeah, I stay a little bit closer to the mountains. I don't know if you're familiar with like Boone and shit like that, but I stay a little bit closer to the mountains. Shit, John Jones, bro. Hey, I hope you right. I hope my career one day does. That would be a blessing from up above. Yeah, man. Like, people go through stuff for real. Like, and that's the reason why I tell my stories and stuff. It's not so I could get sympathy, but it's more so I can show people, like, we on similar playing fields. Don't get this YouTube shit fucked up. Like, I'm not out here living my best life on boats and yachts and shit, bro. Like, I'm not. This shit ain't getting me there. I gotta have other stuff coming in. It can't just be this. Some people it might work for them, but not me. I got 2 kids to take care of. I got a family. This shit ain't gonna work. I gotta have more than that. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard out here, man. You make mistakes, you pay for it. And I grew up in a way to where I can't afford to make mistakes. So whenever I make mistakes, I pay for it hard. I pay for it hard because I'm not in a position where I got help like that. Family ain't around to take care of things for me. If I'm homeless, I'm just homeless. Ain't nobody gonna let me sleep on their couch. Ain't nobody gonna let me go in their house and sleep on the floor. Ain't nobody doing that. So I'm on my own. I'm dolo. I gotta take care of myself. My dad dead and gone. My mom, shit, she in and out of prison. I ain't even seen my mom. I haven't seen my mom in like 2 years. She was in prison. She got out. She's been in a halfway house. She been staying in Raleigh, but I haven't talked to her. I don't know if they got her isolated to where she can't speak on the phone. But yeah, I haven't seen my mom in like 2 years. So, and this would have been a great moment to see my mom, especially being all this shit that I just recently went through. So, but that's life, man. That's what toughens you up. That's what hardens you. It callous you, makes you resilient. You said, hey, I'm gonna have to find out. I'm gonna have to fuck around and find, because I've been back, bro. Since I've been back from Florida, Florida's gas is different. It is different. Their gas is different there. So being back here, I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to find it, but I don't want to do it the street way because there's a lot of bullshit that's on the street. And I had a cousin while I was in Florida. Actually, I think it was the very first week that I moved to Florida. Actually, I had a cousin that passed away from fentanyl overdose. Um, it was laced, and he OD'd behind the building. He's back there for a couple of days. Nobody even knew it. He was homeless. He was homeless. Didn't have nowhere to go, and just life hit him differently. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks, man. Because last time I had seen that boy was like, it was like, I think it was in a Walmart. You know, I didn't even really want to talk to him because I was trying to get what I was trying to get and get out of there. I hate being in Walmart. I hate bumping into people that I know. I don't want to have no conversation, bro. Let me get what I got to get and go. And when we having a family setting, then I'll chop it up with you. But I'm trying to get home, bro. I'm trying to get out of this bullshit. So for me, you know, I talked to him for a little bit, and after that I did, man. It's crazy to move to Florida, man. And the first week that I was there, you know, because when I had moved there, Hurricane Ian was coming through. I don't know if anybody remembers that hurricane coming through Florida. If you from Florida, you may know what I'm talking about. But Hurricane Ian came through, and that was the very first week that I had moved to Florida. And that's when I found out my cousin passed from OD. He OD'd, man. So I can relate to a lot of people on here, man. I'm telling you, like, I'm authentic to the core. I ain't gonna say I've been through everything, because I haven't. There's a lot of shit that I have not been through, and you know, sympathy to those that have been through way more. You know, I'm sure there's a lot of people that have. So, but you know, I'm not some person that grew up in a very great neighborhood and great household, and I'm on YouTube making money. No, that's not how my life is going. I'm on here doing what I got to do to take care of my family. That's it. I don't want no sympathy from nobody. I'm just enjoying life the best way I know how, and trying to get right with myself and God. So, did I like the halftime show? Yes, I did. The reason being is because I respected the message. No, the singing wasn't all that, but I definitely respected the message. It was needed during that time. ICE is a big thing in America right now, you know. They've been cracking down on a lot of Hispanics, and it sucks because, you know, nobody is really designated to this country. Nobody owns this country. Like, you know, Indians, for one, they were here before we all were. So, if anything, they should make the decision.
Mom said if you could ask to take her to IHOP.
Yeah, I will. I will. She tell her to get ready, and I will. But yeah, I liked it. I like Bad Bunny. So, you know, I didn't have a problem with it. I don't talk about it a lot, but I have a percentage of I'm a little bit of Puerto Rican in me. Not a lot, but I have a little bit in me. My grandfather was Puerto Rican. Well, I think he was either part or full. I don't know too much about that side of the family. But yeah, I have a little bit in me, so not a lot, but I have a little bit. I don't speak Spanish, none of that shit. Don't ask me questions. I don't fucking know. But there is a little bit in me. And I did some research, so I know this for a fact. So that part of me, the way I looked at it, I have to show love in that area because, you know, we all are in this country illegally in some way. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody really belongs here except for the Indians at this point. So for me, I don't like the idea of isolating other people out, kicking them out of a country, you know, and these people be here building this country, you know. So to me, that's how I look at it. But to each his own. I'm sure there's other people that might disagree. I don't care. It's my opinion. So it is what it is. Somebody asked me, how do I keep my faith in God? I don't always keep my faith in God. And that's the reason why I'm trying to get right. Because in these moments when times are tough, you find out who you really are. You find out a lot about your character. You start blaming other people, even spiritual, you know, realms for situations that you're in, and it's not their fault. It's your decision. You know, I believe God gives us free will. And, you know, he may know how our life is going to go, but there's also our alternative route that we could also take. And I've taken a lot of alternative routes. So I have to blame myself for that. You know, I did these things to myself. Everything that I had to deal with in my life recently, especially, I brought on myself. You know, I can blame every person in the world, even family, for not being there. But at the end of the day, I know what my life is. I know that I can't afford to make mistakes like that. I can't afford to do anything like that because it's so detrimental. It's not only going to affect me, it's going to affect people around me because, you know, it separated me from my kids. I missed out on a lot of time with my kids that I'm just not okay with. So, no, my faith isn't always there. There's times where I get very, very weak. And you are gonna get weak. You may even, stop believing in God because you just feel like there's no way there could be a God for you to be in your state. Like I woke up, there's a lot of times I woke up in my car, and a car is a good space to be at if you're homeless. There's people that sleep on the street, bro. Like, and I went through all downtown Tampa. I know some of y'all know on Riverwalk, over in those areas, there's a lot of people, set up there homeless. So, I've seen worse conditions, obviously, but living in a car, man, over time, especially, and let me put it like this. There's some people that make that choice to stay in their car because they're trying to get their finances in order. And there's some people that are placed into that situation due to the mistakes that they made. And those two separate moments, to me, is what makes a difference. Because when you're in your car and you have fucked up and you have placed yourself in that situation, your mentality gonna be different. You gonna hurt different. You gonna feel differently. You're gonna be angry. Like I woke up, there was some times when I'd be asleep. I'd be hot as fuck in my car. I mean, Florida's hot. There'll be times where I wake up, man, and I'd be in sweats. Cause I'd be just sweating, drenched in sweat. My whole seat would be just covered in sweat because I'd be sweating so much. But I'll also be hyperventilating. I will hyperventilate a lot, like, cause I feel like the car is so closed in space. I feel like I'm suffocating. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then on top of that, I start thinking about all of the different things that, that could take place in this situation that I'm in. And it just starts to make me panic. I start going into like a panic attack. And I had that situation happen a lot. That's a big reason why I smoke weed. Cause, I've had a lot of panic attacks. Just, I get overly worked up and stressed out because I start thinking about everything. And I'm like, fuck, and everything just start hitting me at one time, and I'm like, shit, what am I gonna do? Like, I'm in this state, like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? That's the question. What am I gonna do? So you hyperventilate a lot, and you go into panic attacks a lot, and in those moments you gotta breathe and calm down, and you ain't got no other choice but to rely on God. That's how I look at it. I relied on God a lot in that state, a lot, because I had no other choice. I can't make nothing shake for myself. Obviously, look at the state that I'm in. So I got to put my faith somewhere else. Yeah, it's what they do is they water the market down. And that's what they've been doing for years. They'll take and water the market down musically. And they'll put a bunch of bullshit out so that way all the substance is hard to find. That's how you can kind of control the message. You know what I'm saying? Like, the government don't want us to learn anything. They don't want us smart. They don't want us knowing shit. And music has always been a tool for us to learn. You listen to music, you can pick up on some info easy. It's the same thing back in the day with slaves. That's how they communicated, through music. And the government knows that. That's a powerful tool. So what you do is you water the market down with a bunch of bullshit, flood it with a bunch of bullshit, make it hard to find the substance, make it hard to find the good stuff for yourself. That's how it works. And it sucks because there are a lot of artists out here that are speaking some real stuff. People need to hear it, but because the game is so saturated, you're not gonna hear it. Nah, I ain't never thought about how cool it would be if men was able to get pregnant. Nah. But I understand where you're going with it, but I ain't never thought about that. thank you for that. You know, I really do hope that God does have a good plan for me, and I'm hoping that as time progresses, I'm walking in my path. But sometimes I feel like I'm not. You know, but the benefit about it all is, no matter how I look at it, is, you know, at one point I was homeless and 8 to 9 hours away from my kids, 10 hours away from my kids. Now I'm not. So I feel like in this position right now, you know, even despite right now, because right now my wife's in there with a broke ankle. She broke her ankle. We had a bunch of ice and snow come through North Carolina. She slipped, busted her ankle with my daughter, and now she had to have surgery, so she's inside right now. She's getting ready because she wants something to eat. So but yeah, hey, there's always something to deal with, man. Always something to deal with. But yeah, I'm not tripping about no trolls, bro. I don't get no, like, I don't care. I don't. Like, I know what I got going on. I know what I'm dealing with. And for people to get on here and try to be funny and shit, it is what it is. You know, you got certain people that sometimes they think they the only ones that deal with shit. They see people on social media and they see, you know, oh, this dude got this, he got that. No, I don't. I got 64,000 subscribers and I can't figure out a way to make it work for me to where I don't have to work. Hopefully I get the 100K. Maybe by then I'll figure out something. Hopefully, because I'm trying to get there. You know, that's my goal. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I want to work the rest of my life in a warehouse, because I don't. And I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like YouTube is gonna be my gateway out. But it is gonna create a foundation for me to grow from there, and that's what I'm going for. So when that day happens, we'll be in there. But I'm gonna go back. I got some stuff I gotta take care of. I've been on here for an hour and 17 minutes, man. I try to stay on here for about an hour if I do live. So shout out to everybody that joined in on my live, man. I just want to go ahead and give a strong thanks to y'all, man. Y'all are definitely keeping things going on my YouTube, man. I appreciate that so much, man. It's nice to have conversations with people about stuff, and just be able to shoot the shit. I think that's the biggest enjoyment for me, because there's been times when I've gotten on live and it'd be just boring, you know. But I get on here, there's people talking, communicating, engaging, and I love that aspect, especially when it comes down to music. So shout out to everybody that's on here, that's showing support in some way. Shout out to the people that just discovered me. Go subscribe, you know, go check out some of my music. Hell, look at the voiceovers. I post those only in my stories. I don't post them anywhere else, because I don't want that stuff to be mixed in with my actual content, like my music. So I only post it in my stories. So if you want to check out my voiceovers, they're all in my stories. But I just have fun with that. So don't take it like I'm trying to be a comedian or anything like that. I'm not. I just have fun with it. I smoke a little weed. I have fun. But outside of that, man, once again, thank y'all for joining into the live. I'm gonna go check out some more J. Cole's album, and I'll probably do another live, just, you know, really giving more insight on what I went back and listened to, you know, some of the songs that you guys recommended. Thank you. I'm gonna definitely go check those out. Yeah, for sure, man. I appreciate that, for sure. You know, at some point, hopefully I'll get to shoot the shit with my mom, you know. But this is good for her. I definitely think it's good for her, because, you know, she's been out of prison all my life. Drugs is a big thing for her, you know. So hopefully, you know, there's a wake up moment for her in this time, and, you know, she's able to get herself together and be a mom and be a grandmother, because my kids don't even know their grandma. They know my wife's grandma or my wife's mom, but they don't know my mom. So, and that's the only it's the only way. My wife's mom right now, she has dementia. So, you know, it kind of sucks. Like, at this point right now, you know, it'd be nice to have my mom around too. But outside of that, man, like I said, once again, thank y'all for tuning in. And I'm gonna definitely come back on here and do another live talking about the J. Cole album. And I'm gonna try to make it just about the album, because I know I've been on here talking about all kinds of other shit. Some of y'all been tuning in like, this nigga ain't even talking about Cole. So I apologize for that. But yeah, I'm gonna tune back in, and, you know, we gonna shoot the shit again. I don't do live as much as I should, so I'm gonna definitely try to do more lives. Just because I like talking to people, man. I like engaging and speaking about things that I don't really get to talk to anybody else about. And then you know, it gives me a way to tap in with different people, not just the people that I know, but people that I don't. So that's what I enjoy about it. But yeah, I'm gonna tap back in. Once again, shout out to the ones that just tuned in, to the ones that have been here. Appreciate y'all's love and support. Continue to support and show love. I'm gonna be back on here again. I promise you, keep showing up for these voiceovers. I'm gonna keep putting them out. I slipped up today. I didn't get one done, but I will have one done for y'all tomorrow. So be tuned for that. I'm trying to stay as you know, as active as I can. And if you are subscribed to my channel right now, for the people that are still engaged, go check out my Instagram and Facebook, man. I'm trying to get those monetized, and I'm trying to get people onto the, you know, onto the pages or whatever. I'm gonna be posting some stuff on there going forward. I'm just trying to get everything organized and set up. So if you're a fan of me right now, if you rock with me, whatever the case may be, go, you know, go follow me on Instagram and Facebook, man. Go check me out on there. But yeah, I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. Salute to all the love, man. Appreciate y'all for showing up, man. Y'all have a blessed day.